Yo.
Yo.
Welcome back to the Mark Our Words podcast, the official podcast of YouTube. What's good with you, Moses?
Man, life is good.
What's good about life?
Still alive.
That's very underrated.
Oh yeah,
It's
being
good.
alive.
Yeah, it's very good to be alive. That's the best thing.
Not to go back to the last episode. I do remember there being a pastor that came to one of the churches that I was trying out, and he came and he was preaching, and then he told us, the doctor said in 2 months I might die because he had cancer. And he started breaking down because he was like, I just got married to my girl last year. She has a child, and I might not even see my son. And I was like, what does that even, like, I can't even imagine. So yeah, you're right. Like, I know it's cliche to say I'm alive, but like to feel like you might die in 2 months, like that's different. That's different.
You're like a sitting duck. And that gotta suck. So yeah, life is good because I'm alive. Let's start with that. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So life is beautiful, man. How you doing, man?
I am doing good. I am. It is for sure April. I know I'm not supposed to say dates because we like record multitude. I remember the last couple episodes I was saying like in February, but it was like middle March. So I try not to say dates, but I'm doing good, man. I'm back to the grind. I'm darker because I've been outside walking.
That's always good.
I got a dashiki on. You didn't mention that last episode.
No, I was looking at you. I was going to say something about it, but then I was like, oh, we got our costumes on. Glasses man, hat man.
Okay.
So I got distracted when I saw your hat. I was like, oh, he got all this.
Okay.
Oh, we are the superhero duo.
Okay.
I guess I'm the villain.
You're the villain.
you're the superhero.
I'm the hero. I'm the one that people mostly agree with.
I'm the anti guy.
And I'm not setting you up with the clips. I'm just going by.
Nah, I stand by everything you said. I said if I don't, I'm gonna apologize next week. But
to get into our episode, right? You would consider me a friend, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird to ask that question. I'm in your abode. You know what I mean?
I consider you a brother, but you keep putting me in this friend category. But we cool.
What do you feel like? Brothers higher than a friend?
Yeah.
Okay, a brother higher than a best friend? Because I feel like a brother get taken advantage of.
Interesting.
Because a best friend mean like you kind of still got to show up for them. Once you put people in that family category, you kind of be like,
Nah, yeah, maybe.
You ain't got to perform no more.
I don't really got a brother, so I do. Shout out to my brothers.
My goodness,
I didn't grow up with a brother.
Okay, I was about to say like shout out to your brother. You know.
So I don't know how those relationships are.
Okay, but okay, brother.
Friend, brother.
But let's go with brother.
Okay.
Let's go with brother and just follow me and just trust I'll lead us to our topic, right?
Sounds good.
When it comes to a brother, right? I'm not so much of talking about your sentiments, how you may operate as a brother, because you are an acquired taste, okay?
Like fine wine.
Sure. Or cheap one. But with a brother, if you was going through something,
yeah,
no matter what it is, no matter if it's big or small, but let's say big or medium, you'd be like, I would share this with my brother before I even share it with a friend.
Yeah.
And then, or I may even go, before I share it with a friend, I may share it with my best friend. I mean, this may not be information that I will share with all my friends, but I'm gonna give it to one person.
Yeah.
And of course, you go down the line. This is something I share with my friends before I share with a stranger. I'm realizing something. Everybody is sharing their intimate information with everybody. Like, everybody. I'm not talking about, like, even Instagram. They got something on Instagram called close friends. I'm part of some people's close friends and stuff. I don't know how I earned that title. And they don't even sit up there, but like funny memes. Instagram became the meme site. to where not meme, but it just became the funny video site to where my sister cannot text me, even though I talk to my sister every day. Mm-hmm. My sister cannot text me, but every day she sends me videos on videos on videos on videos in my DMs of just funny videos that you may see. It's basically the America's most funniest video site, apparently.
Same thing with Facebook.
I'm not on Facebook, so. And I did see the videos that you be sending me, and I'll be mad because every time I click on it, it tells me to log in. I don't know my word. I'll be like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
But everybody is sharing their intimate things that they go through. Mm-hmm. They are sharing their wins on social media. Mm-hmm. They are sharing their losses on social media. They are sharing their confusions on social media. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if you're running to everybody for everything, what is our role? Like, if you are going through something, Chen, and let's say you're going through something that you're confused about, something that you're happy about, something that you're mad about, and I'm supposed to be your brother, your words. What is my place if you're sharing it with social media?
That's interesting.
I'm confused. Has social media replaced basically sharing it with everybody, replace what? That one person or that one group of people that you go to information with? It's kind of weird.
It is weird. I wonder if it's social media has replaced friends, or social media has given an outlet to people that would never make friends.
I think some. The video that I'm thinking about, the one that I'm gonna post in the episode, she don't seem like the type.
She has friends.
She don't seem like the type that doesn't have friends.
She has friends. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I don't know.
And she's not young enough to where all she know is social media. Yeah,
but 10 years, because a lot of these people grew up, even though they probably didn't have social media as kids.
Mm-hmm. You talk about
when they became an adult,
18
that transition,
plus.
Yeah, that transition, having friends as a adult is a different approach to having friends when you're a kid. Because what's the biggest problems you probably have as a kid? Probably a girl you talking to.
I can't be able to see them and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's as far as talking to your friend about issues. When you talk to your friend about issues, you're probably talking about a girl. You're probably talking about some adult that said something to you as
basically
a kid.
Something small.
Yeah, it's it's not big. Whereas when you totally become
I totally got that answer wrong. I'm sorry, I was way off.
Transportation. I was like, let me.
Survey says.
I'm gonna just answer it myself. You know how you got those nice teachers what's the answer, and they say something. It's yeah, not quite, but
I was way off. I'm thinking you can't get to your friend. That's the transportation. But yeah, very very small things.
But as an adult, you have bigger issues.
So I would think as an adult, because you have bigger issues, that you would.
But we have a lot. Our generation haven't learned how to do that because we had social media. Twitter was still Twitter when we was 18, 19, and a lot of people was putting everything on Twitter. They was fighting their boyfriend, girlfriends on Twitter. They was airing people out on Twitter. There was a lot of things. I definitely remember
those days. There was
a lot of things happening. So as we transitioned to adulthood, Twitter became the place to do a lot of the things that you would probably do behind closed doors. So that's number one. So I think it's just how we've been conditioned. Mm-hmm. But I do think there is and I'm going to keep going back to this. I think there is a loneliness pandemic, or a loneliness epidemic that's going on.
Are we lonely?
I think a lot of people are. I think friendships are not the way it used to be. Mm-hmm. It's okay. Friendships are not the way it used to be. Friendships are not the way it used to be. So the fact that a lot of people don't have a friend that they could get intimate with. They have the friend that they can go out with. They have the friend to do trips with. They have the friend to take pictures for them. But you don't have a friend where they could just sit down and talk. I think that is what's lacking in a lot of people's lives. And so when they do go through something,
that's where I'm confused. That's where you lose me. Because it's all your other friends, as you describe it, may just be surface level. Mm-hmm. To where you go on trips with. Yeah. Where you go out to eat with. Yeah. Take these pictures. You are the picture person. You take great pictures. You know my angles. but when it comes to something serious, you share it with everybody. It's so like it boggles my mind. Like, so when you're going through something, is it like? Let me try to see it from a point of view. Are you talking to your? Is it like a journal, or even though because I see you reference social media many times, that for some people it is their journal.
It is their journal.
So, is it like talking to yourself?
Kind of. But you get reactions.
Is it venting? That's why I'm like, I don't see how it's like you're talking to yourself.
But people want to be heard, right? So
Okay.
it's weird to call somebody up to vent. Like, that's not normal. Like, people don't feel comfortable doing that.
Okay.
Like, calling somebody up, it's like, yo, I just had a terrible day. Unless you're close with that person. Like, unless you're like, you guys grew up together. Y'all been more friends for longer than, and y'all have that type of relationship.
Yeah.
Most people don't have that type of relationship or relationship with people where they could just call somebody up and just rant or vent or say, hey. So if they don't have that, who they going to talk to? And they say journal. Journal is a cool, good idea, but the journal don't talk back. So you're expressing itself, but you don't feel heard. And so what they go to social media where somebody could like, somebody could dislike, somebody could
comment.
Yeah, and so it's like, at least I said something and somebody is reacting or saying, because most times people comment like, "Hey, keep your head up." So people are not usually being a-holes, right?
Yeah,
people are usually like, "Hey, man, it's gonna get better." This, that, and third.
Even if they don't say nothing, they may like it.
They might like it, or they might do the little sad face, So there is some type of like, I said something and I'm being heard, which I think helps a lot of people. I don't think it's healthy, but I think it helps in the moment.
Do you want to check it to make sure?
Yeah.
Go ahead. So you feel like it's not healthy, you say?
Yeah.
Let me talk about this woman.
Okay.
She is talking to and this is the equation that I have in my mind. In the video that y'all seen, she's talking about how she was invited to a wedding, but she wasn't invited to the reception. And
y'all, I'm really sitting on this couch perplexed right now because how do I even? Okay, hold on. So, wedding season is almost amongst us, right? Well, I have a friend who is getting married in June of 2023. Yeah, June. Hers is the next week after our wedding. So we received her invitation in the mail, and in the invitation, it only has the wedding information. So, and when I say wedding information, I mean the wedding ceremony information. So I got the invitation. It's really pretty. When I opened it up, I, like I said, only saw the wedding ceremony information. So I called her and I'm like, hey, it doesn't say anything about RSVPing or where the reception is. Do you want me to just hop on the wedding website? And she's like, what do you mean? And I said, in my invitation, it only has the wedding ceremony information. She goes, oh, well, only certain people are allowed to come to the wedding reception, but we're doing like an open invitation for everyone to come to the wedding ceremony. What? Is that a thing now? Like, I'm thoroughly confused as to why I'm not good enough to be at your reception, but I'm okay to be at your wedding. Am I overreacting? Am I tripping? Am I like, I don't know how to really react, but I've never only been invited to half of an event before, and I don't know how to feel. So help me.
And she's venting to TikTok. She deemed it important enough to posted on TikTok, the vent to TikTok, or the vent to herself, and she posted on TikTok, whatever you want to call it. She said she called the friend and to say, hey, I didn't get the address to the reception, and the friend was like, hey, yeah, you're not invited to the reception. It's private. You know, we didn't invite everybody. So the friend that is in the video, she starts to voice her displeasure of not being invited to the reception. And that's not what I have a problem with. I have no problem with her feeling how she feels about not being invited or whatever she feels. The problem that I have is that she shared it with me, who doesn't have a fight on neither side. I don't know this lady. I don't know the friend who's getting married. I don't know the people who got invited to the reception. I don't know anything. In this, we're just using you for amuse. I'm not picking on you, but there's a lot of people like you. So we're just using you as a muse. Please don't take offense to it. But then, in the response to the responses that she was getting, because of course she was getting responses that wasn't as positive, that wasn't as supportive. Like you should feel your friend should not invite you to the wedding if you're going to basically air out dirty laundry like that. She then says, guys, it's TikTok.
Y'all. Okay, so I made this video a while ago, I don't know, couple weeks, month maybe. I don't even know. But either way, somebody posted it on Twitter, and so it has been causing people to like explode, I guess. So a couple things I just need to, I guess, clarify. First things first, everyone that is saying like, oh, you're a terrible person. This is what girls group chats are for. Why didn't you call her? Y'all don't listen. I clearly say in the first 2 seconds that I had a conversation with her. So where are y'all getting that I just ran to express myself on TikTok? Like, literally, we had a conversation and we were laughing about this by the end of the conversation. And I made the TikTok. And yeah, I was a little dramatic, but like, y'all calm the fuck down. Why I'm confused is because I have been to 1,000 weddings before, and I've never only been invited to a wedding ceremony. I have been only invited to the reception because my friends either eloped or did a small ceremony, but never the other way around. So I did not know that this was common, and I feel that I'm entitled to be confused. And for people saying like, oh, she made this about her, she's a terrible person. This situation is about me. I'm not saying you got to stop your whole day because you didn't invite me. I'm saying I'm confused as hell. And for all y'all that are like, oh, she needs to uninvite you, blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. Literally. Like, me and the girl had a conversation. We're good. Like, this was weeks ago. She ain't pressed. I'm not pressed. Why are y'all pressed? It's TikTok. Calm down, y'all. And if you want to do this for your big day, by all means, go ahead. Me and my family, we don't play that. If we're invited to a wedding, we're invited to the reception, and that's how I'm doing it for mine. Yes, she's invited to mine and still is, and I'm still invited to hers. No, she's not having it at church. She's having it at a venue, which is an hour outside of Houston. So for those of you that are saying like, oh, you don't want to get dressed up for a 20-minute ceremony, hell, I understand. But this is my friend. I'm going. And that's that. And I'm still getting her a gift. So sorry y'all are so pressed. Hopefully I answered y'all's questions. But that's all I got for y'all. That's all I got.
And that's why I'm confused. I'm like, wait. We can't now undervalue TikTok because you didn't undervalue it when you was over there sharing the dirty laundry and intimate details of whatever you was going through venting. But when people don't agree and like people are now questioning and challenging whatever you feel that should have been kept private, you're like, guys, don't take it, like, y'all doing too much. It's TikTok. And I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I have a different. So I wouldn't put that into the same category as somebody's like expressing like I don't know how they've been depressed for the last seven months or something wild.
There are people that do that too.
Those people I put in a separate category than this one. So I see both sides, right? I see the sides like, y'all gotta relax. Like y'all saying I'm a horrible human being. I say, like, you know, you gotta understand though, like if you're gonna post anything, even with our podcast, if you're gonna post anything, you're gonna have to either not take it seriously to the point where you're responding back and like, yo, relax, it's TikTok. Or you're gonna have to die on what you said. Like if you feel like what you said is serious, that's the thing that you have to say to yourself before you post it. Like if somebody critiques this, am I willing to go as hard as I possibly can to defend it? Me, I understand some of the takes that I have are wild. Sometimes a month, a year, month is wild, but a month, a year, a week, I might not agree with what I said.
Okay.
And so I gotta understand that somebody might also not agree and be like, "Yo, kill this guy."
Okay.
But that's Twitter. That's social media. So I get that part, right? I think on the other hand though, like people do take these social media so seriously. And it kind of reminds me of Swarm.
Go.
Like somebody saying like Beyonce is the worst artist in the world. Somebody's gonna take that. I don't think it's gonna be as wild as Swarm. But people take offense to that. And I remember there was one episode when the guy was like, "It's Twitter." Like I don't know what I said. It's Twitter.
This was before he was killed.
Before he got killed.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those things where you do have those people that goes like somebody and she even said like, "Am I tripping? Do you think I'm tripping?" It could be easy like, "Yeah, you're tripping." But people like, "No, you're the worst person. Like you're a horrible friend. Like she needs to cancel you out of like she asked." And I think she was tripping. You know what's wild though, and maybe why I have sympathy?
What's up?
'Cause initially when you told me the story, I was like, "Oh, that's weird. Like why would you invite me to the wedding, not the reception?" But I was like, I don't know these people's financial situation. I don't know what type of reception, if they just want to have family members. I don't know. And so for me, even her sharing that story was like, you know what? If I get in that situation, I'll be more understanding.
Because you see somebody else.
I asked a question and then I had to process like what. So I think to me, it was a net positive. Now I don't agree for her. For me.
Okay.
For her to trip about it, but I think you sharing these stories in these situations is one of the beautiful things about the internet, because you might not have gone through a situation yet, but seeing this person going through this situation and be like, that's a weird situation, I never experienced something like that, how would I feel about it? And as you think about it, like, you know what, that makes sense.
But how you just describe like basically getting the response from people. And like for you view that as a net positive. Okay, I understand that from the outside, but I want to take it more from the inside. Do you think she could have got whatever she needed from the responses? And I'm not talking about the ones that's talking about like you tripping, you a bad friend. I'm talking about like basically like someone to give you some actual critique to like what you feeling from actual humans, like people that she know. Like I'm basically. I guess what I'm asking is social media replacing the need for you to have a brother? I'm your brother. You don't need me.
She could call her mom. She could call her sister. She could call another friend.
My thing is, you don't need what as a brother, and maybe let me know if you want to answer it or not. Right? If I'm your brother, your words, what do you expect from me?
I don't know. I agree with you on that one.
No. I'm asking, like, what do you expect from me? Like you say, we are brothers. As a brother, what do a brother look like to you? Someone who's there for you when you call. If like you fall on hard times, am I there to listen? Am I there to support you financially? Am I there to am I a listening ear? And my thing is, if I am one of the listening ears that you come across, and I'm not talking about you per se, but I'm just saying as a brother, more times than not, if you're cool with your brother, you'd be like, hey, I'm going to share some things with you that I'm not going to share with everybody else. Because we have that relationship. And I'm like, if social media is replacing that relationship and that intimacy of that person, I'm just like, what's the point of like, you get like, I feel like, I'm not saying I'm being replaced. I don't feel like I'm being replaced. But I'm just saying, I'm getting the same food that everybody else gets. Like, it's weird to me. maybe maybe it's above me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and maybe because I never experienced this. Like, none of my friends are social media people.
Exactly. Like, for example, if God forbid this is not true.
Yeah.
If something was to happen to me health wise, right?
And you went to social media.
And I would tell you because you're my brother, you're my best friend. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, hey guys, or hey guys, hey Chen, I had a checkup today. The doctor did some blood work.
Yeah.
I got this. I got battle this. I would tell you that because that's the closeness of our relationship. People are not. I'm not going to generalize it, but I'm like, if people are sharing that type of close information of what they're going through in their life with everybody, what is the role of the best friend? What is the role of the sister, brother, father, mother, whatever you want to call it?
Let me ask you.
Okay.
So I agree with you, but I think the order of events.
I'm wrong?
Like, no, I don't think you're wrong. I think the order of events matters to me. Like, if you went, I don't even know if it went. Like, so if you went to social media, it's like, hey, guys, I had a checkup. This is what the doctor said about me. I'm not going to put a disease on you. But this is what the doctor said about me, blah, blah, blah. Just keep me in your prayers. And I saw it on social media. And then I called him like, bro, why didn't you tell me about this?
That's weird, right?
Yeah, that would be kind of weird. But I think my most concern is like, yo, you good? Like, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I think I'll be weird about it, but I won't be replaced.
What if you find out from a video on social media, days went by, and maybe like, cause maybe you may give somebody a pass, like, okay.
Yeah, but I would think there's something wrong with like I would think like maybe you can't open up to me. Like I think that would be the mentality.
Okay,
I don't think it would be like replaced. I'd be like, yo, you good? Like, yo, like you could have told me. Like, so that I would find weird. But let's say they told you, like, hey, I'm going to check up something going on. Call you right after, but then the same day they posted on social media what they were going through. Will you still feel replaced? Like, will you still be like?
And you never told me?
No, I'm saying they told you that it was going to the hospital. Went to the hospital. The doctor told them what was going on. They called you right after, like, yo, this is what the doctor said, and then they made a video. And that's what I mean by order of events.
Oh,
like,
okay. So basically, they doing both, but like I still got told.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel weird about that.
Okay.
And I'm not only using my sensibilities. I'm trying to find a general sensibilities because I can be very nonchalant at times. There's a lot of things I just don't care about.
Yeah.
But if I was to put a twist on your scenario, if you was to expose something on social media, something personal about yourself, and you don't tell me, like at all, I'd be like it. I'm not gonna say we're not friends, and I'm not gonna say like a question of friendship. I would just question your motive. Like, why did you tell? Man, I think you're the perfect example, right? If we can't use this, I'll cut it out, right?
Okay.
Remember when you got a new job?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And the people who found out, and then mind you been had the job, and then the people who found out weeks after you already had the job, they felt some type of way. Like, why did you say or told me that you got a new job or something like that? Like, why I gotta be the last to know or something like that? Dude, you kind of see like that point of view. Now listen. Imagine not only being the last to know, because there's one thing being the last to know. Like, okay, there's last to know. Imagine you don't tell them. You just go on social media, and you don't even tell like people. You just go and just tell the world. That's weird to me. That's just very strange. I'm like,
so it depends, right?
Okay.
So in that situation, I didn't tell anybody. I just told them I got a new job, but I didn't tell them what company. You knew what company it was.
Okay.
And I told you on camera because I wanted to see your reaction on the camera. My mom knew. My two sisters knew. And then you knew. I mean, before everybody else knew. Closest people to me. So that's a little, I would say that's a little different.
Okay.
Now, weeks went by because there was still the transition. I haven't started yet. I want to make sure.
I make sure I got it.
The weeks went by for some people. Now, there were people that found out through the video, like, you got a new job, this, that, and third. but I don't talk to them daily.
Okay, I understand.
So it's weird for me to say something to them. Like, it would be weird if my girl, who I see almost every day, had no idea.
Yeah.
That'd be weird. So I guess that depends, right? So that's one. I think also, now that I'm thinking about this a little deeper, people assume the people that are going to care are probably going to be the ones that see it. Like, most people only have like 100, 200, 300, maybe 1,000 followers. But the people that interact on their pages are probably like 100 to 200, maybe 50, maybe 10. And so when you make that announcement, for some people, like, hey, I got a job at so-and-so, or hey, you know, my person passed, it's like, I'm letting everybody know, even the people I don't talk to, I'm letting everybody know who are semi-close to me or close to me, know at once, like, this happened. And so maybe that is like letting people know that are close to you. It's not like I'm a famous person and I'm talking to millions of people. I'm like, I'm only talking to my friends. And then the people, and most of my friends don't really care about what I'm doing. But the people that do care, they would see this and be like, hey, you know, blah, 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 or call me up, or, you know, because some people don't want to call a whole bunch of people. And
I understand that.
now, venting and renting, yeah, I think that's a friendship thing. But like intimate details about your life.
But my thing is, it's only a matter of time. If you, I feel like if you, Twitter started off, correct me if I'm wrong, before I joined Twitter, all I known Twitter to be was a place that was just about location. I am here. Rihanna is at this nail place. Then after a while, you start really sharing what's on your mind.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it grows.
Something different.
And I'm like, eventually, if you only use it to share, cause even like saying you got a new job, I feel like that's still like, that's something that is very intimate to you.
You think so?
Not talking about you, Chen, but I'm talking about
to people,
to the person. Like unless you stunting, you get what I'm saying? Like, people stunt. Hey, I work at Apple, y'all. You get what I'm saying? But I'm so used. Let me pull back and then go forward again. I'm not a family person, right? Okay. I love my family, but there's not family events that happen for me, because my sister lives out the state. My brother is with his family and things like that. And unless they have an event and I'm not getting an invitation, I'm not there. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like for me, I have to make the effort to tell them, hey, this was going on, this was going on, this was going on. More for me because we're not around. I'm not saying it's hard, but it's just like we're not around. My lady on the other side, she is a family person. They have Mother's Day, they all gather together. Father's Day, they all gather together. They just gather together for Easter. They go gather again for the family reunion. So there's times for them to always share what's going on for them in that moment, because they're always around their family. I'm going to use that sensibility of, imagine me always being around you. Even though I'm not always around you, I'm around you probably more than all your friends. You get what I'm saying? If you was to share something, even though I'm around you once a month, you get what I'm saying? If you was to share something with social media and not me personally, I'm not the type to be offended, but I'm just gonna be like, that's weird. Like, I'm not gonna say I feel displaced.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I just feel weird, and not to jump on this girl, but this woman, rather, not girl, I don't want to disrespect, but this woman, when she was talking about things like that and things, I'm like, I feel like this should be a private. I feel like you're giving me a private conversation in public. You get what I'm saying? There was obviously somebody you could have talked to, and like whatever. I don't know if she was looking for somebody to agree with her, or like just things like that. But my fear is, I'd rather her feel that she just did it because she wanted people to be on her side, than the latter. Than for her to feel like, oh, this is normal. I think that's where it gets dangerous.
What is normal?
To where people are like, oh, this is what I do when I have information, or when I feel something, I just share something. Because at least if you was to share, at least if you was to post something intimate about you for a response, I should be like, oh, you're just doing that for a response. But if you're just doing it like, oh, whenever something happens to me, I just share it on social media. It's just what I do. I think you starting to blur the lines and it become dangerous and sketchy. Because, like, for example, if I was to get let's say if Warren Buffett was to hire me to be like his mentee or something like that, I don't post on social media, but I may be like, hey guys, I'm da 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 da. Of course, I tell y'all first, but for that reason, I'm stunting compared to if I was to share everything, like everything.
But
and my fear is we getting to the point where people are going to start sharing everything. And if people start sharing everything, what would be my role or your role as whatever that role may be? Things that may just be for your relationship when it comes to girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, that's going to be public. That's not going to be just for y'all two. Things that are just supposed to be between two girlfriends and girlfriends as in like best friends and things like that, that's not going to be private. That's going to be public. Things that's supposed to be between a father and a son, a mother and a daughter, a mother and a son, a father and a daughter, that's going to be public because people already starting to do that. People are using their kids for content. And I'm just like, yo, there's nothing private anymore. Like, the social media is like the next... I don't want to say it's the norm because it is the norm, but it's taking the role that humans supposed to actually, like, have for these people in their lives.
Okay.
I kind of ranted a little bit. I kind of went everywhere.
On social media. No.
On
no, I think I agree 100%.
Okay.
I agree 100%. I think, though, with the woman situation, I don't know if she's oversharing. Like,
matter of fact, you made me do it. There was a lady who was disciplining her daughter on social media, right?
Yeah.
And she was showing, and granted, this could be something that works for her content-wise. Maybe she's teaching something. Maybe she's doing something. Mm-hmm. She snapped at her daughter, and then she showed herself apologizing to her daughter, basically correcting what was wrong. Great, right? I feel like, why am I seeing this?
It might not be relevant to you. I think that's also important, right? It might not be relevant to you.
Like, is important for me to just what?
It just keep scrolling. Like, I think that's also important. I think for both sides, like both sides need to understand. There's going to be people like me. I don't feel comfortable posting. If I have a kid, I don't feel comfortable posting my kid online. Some people do, but you gotta understand there's weirdos out there. So if you cool with weirdos looking on your page, then cool. I don't feel comfortable. I think it's the same thing with like social media. You're going to have to understand there's going to be people that's going to jump on your comment or people that disagree with what you're doing. And you have to be comfortable with that. At the same time, if you disagree, what's the best thing to do? Call your friend and tell them, like, I don't know why the people are doing this or this is wrong or whatever. You don't have to comment on the person's page and be like, yo, why are you doing this? But people do. And you know what? They have a right to. You made it public. They have a right to. I don't think you should, but then you also like you shouldn't even post it. So it is what it is. If you're going to post it, yeah. I think though, what's happening is that like we kind of touched on this. There's no sense of community. A lot of times, people will share this at their local church or their local town hall or whatever community that they used to go to every weekly. People say, people would talk about. I remember my mom would tell my business all the time at church. Like, you don't know what this child did. I'm like, yo, I thought that was an in-house thing. Like, why are you telling another mother about, and now they're telling my mom what that is. So it's like they had these communities where it wasn't as public, but it was still public. Is this sharing everything? Maybe not. Because, I mean, even you said, I was reading one of your blogs. I was like, you shared a lot. And you was like, I shared what I wanted to share. And maybe that's the truth for, you see a lot of these vlogs and they say, you only see what we want to show you. Like the things that we don't want to show you, you don't see. You don't know us. You don't see our personal life. And maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. I don't know. So, I think I agree with you. I think social media is replacing those in-person community events that we used to have that are kind of diminishing. I think in the 1980s, it said 70% of people would go to a weekly religious seminar or something. Mm-hmm. Now it's 40%. And so we have a lack of spaces where people in real life could talk to other people in real life. And it's being replaced by social media. And this is the result. Instead of asking their all, if they're, in a frat or in some fraternity or some like national, some local group that they meet weekly, this is probably a conversation she probably bring to her homegirls that she see weekly. But because we don't have those things as much, she goes to TikTok and she talks to her followers. But then her followers clip it and put it on Twitter. And then she's like, what happened? I woke up, my phone was blowing up, I had no. And so I think, and that's something that you have to be mindful. It's something I was scared of until I was like, you know what? One, I just got to be more mindful. And then two, if there's something that I care about, either I don't speak on it or I'm ready to ride and die for it.
Yeah.
Or three, you just got.
Chris, cut that.
Oh, yeah. At this point, you just got to understand, like, there's going to be certain things that you say and you're going to disagree with. And then you have to come back and apologize and have to deal with the consequences. Be like, hey, I effed up. I understand you want to blow up my house now and kill my dog. And, these are real. This is what death threats, like, these are the things that people say. So it's like, you just got to deal with that. And understand, what is what it is. This is the internet, But yeah, I agree with you. I think social media is definitely taking over, real relationships and what you used to use another human being for. But that's
I'm about to say,
the life we live.
Are we just gonna start using our relationship to ask for stuff? Like, hey, bro, I'm falling on hard times, bro. Can you give me $200, $250? I'm like, bro, you don't even share with me what's going on in your life.
But you know what's weirder?
What's up?
These people that are like going, I know I have friends and stuff that do this now, but people go on vacation and kissing and or they in the emergency room and they sharing like them having a child and or like people breastfeeding, posting on social media, or people are or they have like they taking this is how we eat dinner. I'm like, yo, are they just taking pictures of themselves in the house and posting it on TikTok or Instagram and like doing these weird challenges in their house? That's weirder. I'm like, yo, that to me seems intimate. Like, you showing your children, you showing your wife, you showing yourself being intimate with your wife, you showing your house, like a space where your kids and your wife lives. Like, you showing this all on Instagram and you talking about how, me and my husband used to go through this and now we're, and I get it, I get it's helping people, but it just, I don't know, it seems performative. And so I think that's weird. That's weird to me. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's like the Will Smith Jada.
it's like
why y'all sharing this?
This not helping me. Like
it's just
no. It like I said, I'm not doing this to pick on the women. I just found to pick on this lady, but
a conversation
that video was just strange to me. I just felt like somebody could have talked to her. Or she could have just got, like, you wasn't going to get clarification about your friend not inviting you to her thing from me.
Question.
Call that friend. Like, don't, like, get clarification from the source. Like, I wasn't going to do anything.
Would it be beneficial if most people was like, yeah, that's common? Like, if people like, yeah, that's common, you tripping.
I think that's what most people said outside of the threats and well, not threats, but the insults.
Yeah,
I think because she said like I didn't know this is common, so I think there were a good number of comments that did say that it is common, but you get mixed up with the insults. You kind of it drowns it out. You know what I'm saying?
Is that a benefit then?
A benefit to getting the insults?
No, the benefit of now she understands like this is a thing that people do. But she seemed like she still disagree with it. So
no, she definitely disagree with it because she's like
my family.
Because she like this is how we do things, and like I've been invited to the other part, but not this part. I mean, truth be told, you find out and maybe it's just how I think. An important events in people's lives, that's the most clarification of where you stand. Okay, where you got invited to the wedding, you didn't get an invite to the reception. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So it's like y'all may be close, but y'all not that close. And when I say that close, it could be that close in the sense of just the wedding party, or it could be that close in the sense of it's just family. Like you already got your answer. You just sharing your displeasure with the answer that you got. And I'm like, whatever you're getting, you're not gonna get it from me, who's viewing this, who's gonna use you for amuse on a podcast. Call the friend. Hey, yo, Moses. Like, hey, I don't see.
Nah, I don't think you should call the friend.
I don't see. She said they friends.
Yeah, I don't
she said she called her and said, hey, I don't see. She said, I don't see the address for the reception. Should I look it up on the wedding? She said, should I look it up on the wedding website?
Just like, what you mean? What do you mean? Is it on there?
Why are you looking at things right there? Like, no, we ain't put it there.
What you mean is wild. I don't see the invite for the reception. What are you talking about? Like, you're not invited.
And I'm like, you want to go get your answer from me? Maybe. And like I said, I'm not in social media in that way. Go ahead.
If somebody who you don't see as a close friend calls you up, and let's say you was having a wedding in the next 3 years, right? Mm-hmm. Calls you up and was like, hey, I didn't get my invite.
To the wedding?
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay.
That's not weird to you? Why are you calling me
to get an invite?
To get an invite?
Yeah, no, it's very weird. That's why I said okay.
Yeah, I would rather that person go to social media. I'd rather you go like just discuss it on social media. Don't put my name on it. Don't say nothing. Just discuss. Like, isn't it weird? Like, and maybe that is weird. Maybe if you was like, I invite this person to my wedding. This person was my best man. Is that weird? Is that weird? And maybe people would say that's weird, blah, blah, blah. But don't call me asking for
one,
invite.
I do want to show the fact, and I do want to at least expose that when it comes to weddings in general, people get weird, period. So this could just be an isolated thing that have to do with a wedding and not her as the character or even the foundation of their friendship.
Because if it was a birthday, I can understand.
So weddings get tricky.
Yeah.
Because unless I have an unlimited budget, I can't invite everybody. Yeah. There's people who I talk to on the phone that will not be at my future wedding, God willing. You get what I'm saying? Because I got to at least see you. You get what I'm saying? Like I have to, like, you have to be around, and family get first dibs. Like, this is not a birthday where you just invite unlimited friends. Yeah. I feel like family get first dibs, and then we get to like friends and best friends and things like that, and then you leave like a little small number for like people that may impact on your life that's neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some people invite their boss sometimes, depending how close they are with their boss. Yeah. Even at the funeral we went to last week. Yeah. The boss sent word for, you know what I mean? Because person. Exactly. So like it varies, man. Listen, a wedding's expensive, man. like you got to give people grace that they just don't got the money to invite everybody.
Yeah, I think that's the understanding. It's like, yeah, they said a small intimate wedding, so it's not just you.
Yeah, and I felt like they tried to compromise by saying we made the wedding itself like y'all open. Seeing us get married an open invitation for everybody, but like us paying for your plate. I'm sorry, I gotta pay for my auntie. I gotta pay for my family first, and then my best friend who I talk to every day. I gotta pay. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like if it was because it seemed like she came off entitled.
She did came off entitled. She came off entitled. Yes.
If she didn't come off entitled, like let's say it was like a legit like, my friend, robbed me of $100.
Okay.
And I feel bad because they needed it, but like I still feel violated. Am I wrong to feel violated? Maybe she really didn't feel like if she should feel wrong to feel violated, even though the friend needed it. And people need to tell her, no, you was violated. Like,
I'm also not a fan of. I'm not gonna tell you how to feel. Do you feel violated? Like Like, and that's what I'm saying. She has right, and when I say right, I'm not talking about right or wrong. I'm just talking about if she feels entitled to, like, hey, I feel like I should get an invite to the reception. Mm-hmm. She has the right to feel that way.
I don't agree with that.
What do you mean? Like, she can feel whatever she feel.
Yeah, no.
No?
I think you can feel whatever you feel, but there's a right and wrong.
Oh. When I say right,
yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right.
When I say right, I'm not talking about right and wrong. I'm talking about just power.
I'm just arguing semantics, but yeah, go ahead. I know what you're saying.
Like, I feel like she should feel what she feel, but then, like, there's a word for that. Like, to your point, that you come off as entitled because she kept talking about how she do and things like that. But this is not your parents' wedding. This is not your wedding.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And like you said, she said things and did things to basically make it seem like, hey, I'm still gonna give her a gift, basically, like I'm still a good friend and things like that. To, you know,
I'm not being petty.
Yeah, exactly. But feel what you feel. Don't ask me how you feel. Like, that'd be why. Imagine you not if I was not to get an invite from a wedding, it would be your wedding.
No.
I feel like you
definitely not be my wedding.
I mean, now I'm just talking.
Wedding would be. But it won't be my wedding.
Before all of this, before you became the person that you are, you came off as an eloper to me.
What's an eloper?
A person that just goes off, runs off, get married, come back married.
Oh, never. What? I don't know. Maybe. I'm the strangest one out the group.
So like, I'm just saying.
I'm
saying if I was, but now that I'm older, I also realized, because I didn't realize how cultured you was. Like, I knew you was Nigerian, but I was like, oh no, he's really Nigerian. Like, you know what I mean? So there's actually a standard and things that you have to go about in some factors. But if there was someone that I had to vote that would break it, I'd be like, I'll vote Chen. That, like, he should come back mode. He come back married, and we don't know where he went. Well, we know where he went. We just didn't know he went to get married.
Yeah. I thought you was just going over there. Nah, it was a wedding involved too.
Yeah, exactly. But my thing is, if I'm not there, I think, like, nobody would be there. I think it'd just be you and so.
Yeah, so yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, like I definitely don't see, like, your family being there, I'm not being there. If I'm not there, nobody's there.
Yeah. It's probably just me, maybe my mom, and maybe the other person's parents, but
yeah.
It's not gonna be like family and no friends.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you want to share on this topic? Again, I'm not picking on you, ma'am.
No, I think, hey, you just gotta eat it. You know what the end is about. I don't think you did anything wrong, but I'm just one voice. There's a lot of people that think
you did something wrong. Me personally, I felt like you wouldn't have heard those voices if you didn't share it on social media. You should just
get mad.
You should just talk to your mama.
You know what I don't like though?
What's up?
When people be like, I'm not mad. Like, they get on social media, to defend their point, and be like, you guys need to relax. Blah blah blah, and then somebody says you're mad. It's like, I'm not mad.
It's just TikTok.
It's just TikTok. You guys can never make me mad. I'm like, all right, but they got you out here responding to
your phone.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, if I said something, I'm not apologizing unless I really feel bad. But if I don't feel bad, y'all, I ain't gonna apologize.
No, it makes.
I lied. Y'all about fire me. If people say he did the guy's job, I'm apologizing. That's I'm like, yo, where you at, man? It's like, yo, I can't do it. I'm like, I'm making a video myself. Like, all right, you guys, the
edit's gonna be all choppy and stuff. You should have edited it in a while.
It's gonna be black. Come on. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean to say that. Blah blah blah. All right, and then no music, no transitions.
That's lit, man. But man, matter of fact, if you heard this episode today, some numbers we go as high as 100, some numbers we go as low as 4. You know what I mean? But if you heard the episode today, call one of your friends. Just check in on it. Just be like, hey, just check in with them. That's all. Hopefully y'all have a good rest of the week, man. Enjoy yourselves, man. Blessings.